Bro, this is huge. This is massive. I don't know, coming into this game, I don't know what your nerves were like.
So, I mean, I was always confident from the start. I mean, I was cautious, but I was confident. But, you know, in the beginning, before the first leg, they said fear Madrid. Then they said fear Madrid in Spain. And then they said fear Madrid in Spain at the Bernabéu with the roof closed. Like, you know, they kept moving the goalposts. So, you know, I couldn't keep up with it. And we're supposed to be the delusional ones. Yeah. So, yeah, like, you know, at some point, I just had to check out. It's their job to doubt us all the way. It's their job to, you know, hate and doubt. Just like it's our job to believe all the way. So that's all I did. You know, I had confidence. You know, my dad did tell me last night on the phone, he was like, we could make a silly mistake at the back and make a mistake, you know, such as what happened with Saliba. But that's an asterisk, you know, in the whole victory. It's just an asterisk, yeah.
So, excuse with just one mistake. But let's get into the game. The way, you know, what really impressed you about how the team played today?
I like the resilience. You know, it's a tiring game, especially like, you know, it's overwhelming at the Bernabéu. We've been to Anfield, we've been to the Etihad, but this is different, you know, like going to the Bernabéu. So I think they were resilient. Martin Odegaard's performance was probably better in the second half than it was the first, but it's like he was missing at times.
Yeah, obviously, having been a former Real Madrid player, being the captain, he's going to have more.
He was too shy.
Exactly, emotion involved in it.
He was too shy.
Players.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was too shy. I don't know what that was with this penalty with Saka. I don't know. Honestly, I think about that. I think about that penalty that Zidane took, and I think that's what. I don't know if he got caught in 2 or 3 minds. Maybe he watched a TikTok before the match. I don't know. But
for me, I feel it's more of nerves.
Yeah.
He didn't want to go either way, and because he hasn't done it before. So
I think he meant to go down the middle.
Yes, yeah, you know. So, but excuse me, he redeemed himself and got the goal as well. And put us ahead.
Yeah, I would have hated it if we, you know.
Exactly. And them goes that way. So let me ask you: if you're asked to cast your vote for man of the match today, who will you vote?
Man of the match. That's a good question. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. What I do is a match like this. I don't go home and watch the highlights. I go home and watch the whole game. Then I make my astute judgment, because now everything's very cloudy.
Emotional.
Yeah, it's cloudy and emotional. But my standout, if I was just, you know, my preemptive standout, if I was just to call it out now, I think Marino put on a good performance. You know, yeah, I'm gonna watch it again though. But I'm watching it.
It's very interesting you mentioned Marino. Because I was watching the game. There's something I noticed. You know, in the first game, Arteta asked him to drop in the midfield, and you know, at number Madrid in the midfield.
Yeah.
And I think Madrid expected the same thing in this one. In this game, Marino played more high to stop Madrid from pressing Arsenal. And I think he did a very good job of that.
It's true, but see, like one thing that I think I feel like we all understood is that at some point, Madrid had to risk it all. Because remember, they're on the back foot. If it was us, we'd have to, at some point, even without strikers. So at some point, they had to risk it all. So that would have left them vulnerable in the back. But I think they did very good too. It's because they know, like, they were able to learn that, you know, for one, we're not no easy feat. Like, we're not a joke team, bro. We're not a joke team.
So let me ask you, if you're a Madrid fan, if you're a Madrid board, or if you're Ancelotti,
never.
What should Madrid do to change? Because for me, they've been lucky. I've been saying it for a lot of people call me delusional. They've been lucky. There's no structure to their game. There's no way. You can't say this is how Madrid plays.
So this is why I'm more comfortable with facing PSG than I am Aston Villa, to answer your question. Because with Aston Villa, right? With Aston Villa, they're a team just like us. Even if they're not like, they don't have a direct striker, they don't have anything, they still have structure. They're a team. Just like we can still pull it off. We don't have a striker. We don't have, like, you know, Saka's our star boy, but we don't have a formidable striker that we go at every single time. So I think Aston Villa would have been a harder team to play for that reason. Now, I say that to say this: Madrid are not a team all the time. They have individual brilliance. They have, you know, like moments where, I don't know, hypothetically speaking, let's say 1 goal for Mbappe means 2, right? And they attack it. They only attack. Vinny's on the ball. he will shoot. He won't try finding Mbappe, even though his goal would mean two. Hypothetically speaking. So that's that. In that sense, they're not really a team fabric, but they have the ingredients.
Yeah. So going forward now, we have 4 teams left: Arsenal, Barcelona, PSG, and of course Inter Milan left in the tournament. Who do you believe Arsenal can go ahead and win this trophy now, or who's your biggest rival?
Oh man, you know what? I think we should just get through the semi-finals first. I always say that.
Yeah,
that's what I said about today's match. I said let's get through. Now we're through. We can talk about PSG before talking about the final.
So how do you think? How do you see that game going?
We beat the Spanish. We can beat the French, but again, they're a very formidable attack as well. So we have to be ready. We have to be prepared mentally, physically. Dembele is a problem, man. Dembele is a problem. I'm gonna say that now. So whatever that means, you know, if that means he'll score, whatever the case is, but I believe in us, man, all the way.
Okay, good to see you, bro. We'll see how that goes again, and we'll come back here again and watch the semi-finals.
Good to see you,
nice one.